Hey guys, Milestone here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today is the day. Well, actually, that's not true. It's like 3 or 4 days later by the time this video is going up, but yeah, I finally got to 2,000 days login on Dokkan, over on Global. So as you can see, I have my STR 1000-fold plea Goku, EZA'd, and we are going to show him off here and see what he can do. See if he is still somewhat relevant, because obviously I did not start the game straight away, so have only just reached 2,000 days. I think this has been available for quite some time now, possibly even like a full year already if you started right at the very beginning. But anyway, here we are. I think today's login was like day 2004 or something for me. So here we are with the fully EZA'd Goku, SA25. His leader skill is all types 3 key, HP attack and defense 120. His super attacks, actually let's bring up both of them. The 12 key is colossal damage to the enemy, raises attack and defense for all allies by 20% for 2 turns. And then his 18 key super is mega colossal damage and raises allies attack and defense by 30% for 1 turn. So it's more of a buff on his 18 key, but the 12 key lasts for 2 turns. So it's kind of interesting because in a way it means you can kind of use him as a support unit, right? Because if he's in slot 3, you could deliberately get his 12 key super, and then technically he's buffing the next rotation. And then yeah, he has a very interesting passive. So attack and defense 77%. Then he gets 1 key, attack, defense, and crit chance 7%, and 7,777 HP recovered per key sphere obtained. And as you can see, there is no cap. So, you know, if you pick up 10 orbs, he gets 10 extra key, 70% attack and defense, 70% chance to crit, and obviously 77,770 HP. So very good at the HP recovery. Plus, he also gets an additional 1,000 defense per key sphere obtained for 1,000 turns from the start of the turn. And then he gets an extra 2,000 defense per key sphere obtained for 2,000 turns from the start of the turn. So, if you somehow ever manage to get to turn 2001 in an event, then he won't be getting that extra defense. But obviously it's just a nice play on the 1,000 days for the originally getting the Goku, 2,000 days for the EZA. So the point is to see whether or not he is actually going to be good. Obviously I've got him at full level 10 links. I have had him for a while. He's on a pretty decent set of teams. I think the main reason why you probably won't see much use nowadays is because whilst you can get that support utility out of his 12 key super, he's not a support unit in any other way in the traditional sense. And I don't know if he's going to be the kind of unit that we want to run on main rotation. So at the start of the turn, he's got 100k defense with no support on the rotation. He only has 3 orbs, 3 links active. But if we pick up 9 orbs here, so that's pretty close to the example that I gave from his passive. So not only do we get the full 24 key, we go up to 153. See, 9 orbs is not necessarily something that you're going to be able to get on a regular basis, especially when the nuking unit is not an orb changer themselves. And obviously if we think about like the hardest difficulty content in the game at the moment, 153k defense is not really what we're looking for. But let's go ahead and see what we can get here. Obviously this is with no support, so we'll see what we can get off of his first 18 key super here. Plus of course remember he is going to be buffing Super Vegeta in slot 3 by 30% after his super. So if he doesn't take out Boo, which I think he will now that Gogeta in slot 1 is additional super attacked. But let's see what attack stat we can get. 4 million. So I mean that's not bad. I mean, so the weird thing about this card is he's a free-to-play unit, but you can't get him until... Not only can you not get the base version until you've played the game for 1,000 days, but you can't get the EZA until you've played the game for 2,000 days, which is a kind of a hilarious prospect when you think about, like, trying to explain that to a new player. Like, imagine all the people who are starting the game right now on, like, the 7th anniversary on JP, and being like, oh yeah, there's this Goku that you can get, who after his EZA, he's like, you know, he's alright, but to get his EZA, you have to play the game for like over 5 years or more, for over 5 years basically, or around 5 years, because it's 365 days, but yeah, it's over 5 years. Even to get like the 1,000 days, right? It's like 3 years, and pre-EZA, like, in the current meta now, pre-EZA, he's, like, unusable. So, for anyone who's started the game within the last, like, year or so, by the time you even get your first copy of this Goku, he's not going to be a unit that you're probably going to use, like, at all. And then, yeah, when you finally do get his EZA, like, imagine how much the meta is going to have shifted since then. So 6 orbs. The good thing about getting the extra key is obviously it's quite easy. We still got the 24 key super, only picking up 6 orbs. He's got 160k defense now. So obviously you can see the support from the Xeno Goku is making a pretty significant difference because we picked up 3 less orbs in total. But thanks to that support, we actually have slightly higher defense than we had on the previous turn. We also have 1 extra link active as well. So what are we going to get here from 1000 Day Goku? So you're going to take a super attack. It shouldn't do too much damage. Yeah, 37k. And then 4.2 million. So obviously we are going to get, at some point, the rotation with the STR Kabe, who I brought along because he is the 50% support unit for Super STR, but he is also an orb changer. I should have probably bought an orb changing item with me as well, I guess, but I will be interested to see if we can get a turn where we get a very big setup of orbs to use. So I'll go ahead and put you in slot 1. Obviously, the before transforming, the STR Vegito and the Tech Gogeta basically have like the same link set, so it doesn't really matter which one we put with the LR. I think technically his best link partner is like the int version of like the Spirit Bomb Goku. I think it's the one that like depowers down from the Super Saiyan 3, the free-to-play one. They technically share the most links, and because it's basically the same card, right, from the same moment, but because it's technically a transformation, like I guess it's a D transformation, right, but because it's a card that's changed forms into the base form Goku, it means he can actually link up with other base form Gokus. But obviously that rotation is not going to be particularly great solely because of that unit in particular. But let's go ahead and grab these 2 here. So now we can get 11 orbs. So this is the most we've picked up so far. We also have that 50% support from Kabe. So now we're at 193. So even with 11 orbs picked up and a 50% support unit on rotation, we can't get to 200k defense. So unfortunately, I think it's pretty clear that, I mean, in this event, like I picked the Majin Buu one because I thought that would be pretty appropriate, right? Like if we get to the final stage, and if we can time it right where we actually defeat Kid Buu with the Spirit Bomb, I thought that would be kind of appropriate, right, considering the card and the moment that it comes from. But, like, if you think about any of the more difficult content, I mean, this is not your average turn. 5 million attacks, that's not terrible, but, like, this is not your average turn, right, getting 11 orbs and having a 50% support unit in slot 3, and we couldn't even hit 200k defense. So normal attacks, you'll be able to tank reasonably well, depending on the event. But, like, for example, if we were to take him into the Legendary Vegeta event, normal attacks in the final stage, like, he would not be tanking for double digits. And if he took a super attack, even with probably, like, one of the weaker damage reduction items, like, he would probably get killed, which is a little bit unfortunate. So let's go ahead and transform you so we can get the Scouter effect. Alright, so we are getting supered in slot 1 here. So I think what we want to do, we can't get the super attack for Super Vegeta either, which is annoying. Well, actually, does his active skill, I need to double check, I actually can't remember. Does his active skill give him key? It does. Alright, well, we'll use his active skill then, why not? And what items did I actually bring? We'll go ahead and throw a Whis up here just so we don't have to take too much damage from this super attack. So let's go ahead and grab these. And then we can give these to Vegito. I think we probably take him out this turn with the combination of Vegeta and Vegito, but I'll try and get some orbs set up in the middle there just in case. So we get our attack buff and defense buff. At least the super attack wasn't the first attack, so we've raised our defense. Oh, look at this. We get the level 3 dodge. So didn't need the Whis apparently. And now we get the good old final flash, guaranteed crit. Oof, big damage. And then Vegito coming in with the 4.5 to finish off this phase. That's some pretty crazy good RNG right there. So Bit of a waste of the Whis, but, well, it's in play for this turn as well, so I guess it's okay. But, so yeah, he's launching a super in slot 1. I think we can... Actually, let's fuse with you as well. Oh, well, we got a little bit of orb changing. I guess we can go ahead and... Yeah, let's just grab these. I want to make sure there's a decent amount of orbs for Goku. So we can get 8 orbs here. 6, yeah. 8 orbs, no support. So we're at 141k. Man, like, obviously, you know, he's a card that, because he's set in a certain point in time, right? Like, they couldn't make him too powerful, I guess, for people who had started the game when it first came out. But, like not having any sort of super attack effect, like, if he had raised his defense for 1 turn on both of his supers or something like that, then obviously that would make him a little bit better for some more difficult content, and then you could kind of, like, maybe prioritize additionals, try and get that double super to get the double defense raise. But it is a little bit unfortunate that for people like me who didn't start right away, like, I've only just been able to get this man EZA'd. And outside of things like Battlefield or Dokkan, I mean, where am I ever going to use him? Like, I'll use him in Battlefield, I guess, as either in my Super STR or as the leader for, like, a backup team or something. But other than that, where am I going to use him? Which I think is really unfortunate, right? If you're going to make a unit like this, who literally, you can only get this unit if you've been playing the game for over 5 years, non-stop. Because if you take a break, like, obviously it doesn't have to be consecutive logins. Like, if you lose your consecutive login bonus, it really doesn't matter. It's the overall login bonus that matters. Because for those of you who've actually noticed, the consecutive logins for logging in days in a row, I think there's only like 5 or 6 or something different rewards, and then it just repeats the same ones over and over again. So you don't really get anything that worthwhile from the consecutive logins, but it's the cumulative logins that give you this. So even if you took a year out of the game and then came back after playing it for like 1,000 days, you just pick right back up from 1,000 days again. So it's quite a long time, but it builds up slowly but surely. And to be honest, I think that they really could have made him like more powerful than he is for like how difficult it is to get him, you know? Like, let's go ahead and do this. When they first announced for the 2,000 days, like when Dokkan was hitting 2,000 days on JP, when they announced that they were going to EZA the Goku as like a part of the 2,000 day celebration, it was literally like the first thing that I said, and I may have said it either on like a podcast or just in a video or something. One of the first things that I said was, they better not make it so that you get the medals from being like a 2,000 day login. And that's what they did. Because yeah, it's just such a weird, like, that goal, that milestone is so far away for so many people. And even now, I would say that, like, he's not the worst, but, like, he's not very good. I wouldn't use him in, like, you know, you can't take him into, like, Pure Saiyan's Extreme Super Battle Road or something. He's going to get absolutely crushed. And the healing is nice, right? Because 7,777 per orb. I mean, you can get a pretty solid heal out of that. But obviously in harder content, we've talked about this with other units before, it doesn't really matter if a unit is healing you like 25% of your total HP if they're then getting like you killed. It doesn't really matter, right? So I do think it's a very strange decision. If it was me and I was in charge of, like, you know, the design of how they were going to do the EZA for him and whatever, I think I would probably have to have gone with something a little bit more straightforward. Like, I think one of the ways to do it is when they hit the 2,000 days and they decided they were going to EZA him as part of that celebration, they should have just made it so that he had an Extreme Z area, and you could use whatever selection of units. I guess it doesn't really matter, but they could have just made it so that we've had it in the past, right, where Extreme Z areas are locked until you've done a certain thing. Like, normally it will just be completing the story event that you get the free-to-play characters from, who are then going to EZA in that event. They should have just made it so that the Extreme Z area was locked unless you had the 1,000-day Goku. So even if you are literally on day 1,000, you get the Goku, and then the Extreme Z area is unlocked, and you can then EZA him straight away. Because, like I said, there's people who are playing it now. They might reach 1,000 days in the next, like, month or so. But the 1,000-day version before his EZA is almost completely useless. So, yeah, it's just a very, very strange setup. He's definitely not, like, the worst unit in the world, but, you know, he just doesn't really fit in. And, of course, because he was made so long ago, like, you know, you think about the kind of animations we have now, even on free-to-play cards, and then this is an LR that you're not going to potentially get for, like, a couple of years, and he has the very basic, like, Spirit Bomb super attack animation. So, all in all, at the end of the day, like I say, he's not the worst unit in the world. He is, of course, just a trophy piece. Like, after doing this video, and like I say, maybe Battlefield, I can't imagine that I'm ever going to use him again. I mean, I say he has the basic Spirit Bomb animation. There is that cool bit where it shows all of the people from, like, the end of Z and everything, where he's gathering the energy. But, yeah, honestly, I can't really think where I'm going to use him anywhere outside of Battlefield. Which is a shame, right? I think they could have gone the route of, if you're going to reward your players by giving them a card that is literally only available when they've been playing the game for 2,000 days. Like, even if 1,000-day Goku himself, pre-EZA, wasn't the craziest unit in the world. Like, if you decide you're going to EZA him, and the way to EZA him is as the reward for 2,000 days, like, I don't know, am I crazy for thinking that he should probably be, like, one of the best units in the game, if that is the case? Because how many people out there actually have him? Like, I want you guys to let me know, especially if you've made it to the... This will probably be the end of the video. We'll do one more turn with the Goku on the next turn, right? But if you've made it to this point in the video, let me know, like, what login day are you up to? Have you got 1,000-day Goku and you're counting down to getting to 2,000 to get his EZA? Or are you not even at 1,000 yet? Because it'd be interesting to see. There are probably very few people that have this 1,000-day Goku EZA'd completely. Because, like, I know, for example, somebody like Truth, who originally started on Global and then switched over to JP when, I think it was when LR Goku Black and Zamasu came out. So as far as I know, that means he's got the 1,000-day Goku, but he's probably still even like a year away from the 2,000 days. So you think even somebody like Truth, as far as I know, doesn't have this 1,000-day Goku EZA'd. So I wouldn't be surprised if most people watching this video either don't have him EZA'd or just don't have him at all. So let me know down below in the comment section how far away you are, and let me know what you think of this guy. Obviously, he's not the worst unit in the world, but he is just a trophy piece at the end of the day. And look at that. I wanted to end off the video with the turn where he was actually going to Spirit Bomb Kid Buu, and then Kid Buu dodged. Well, there you go. So yeah, that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.